Hello, it's AK Swervin, and it's finally time for me to start a new city. Now, I've been playing the same city for the most part since launch back in 2023, so I'm ready for a fresh start. As of the anniversary patch, when starting a new city, you now have the option of playing in easy mode, a more laid-back building experience, great for casual players. Or you can play like you always do with the standard game rules in normal mode. Also great for casual players. I'll be playing on the Sweeping Plains map that comes with the base game, and my first goal is to become profitable by Milestone 4 Grand Village. I'll be playing an essentially vanilla playthrough with standard game rules, and like a lot of you, I like to give my new cities an origin story, so here goes this one. Entrepreneurs from Swervin Island, the center of economy for the region, have run out of room to invest in the city, and they have their eyes set on the Green Plains, a land rich in natural resources, located a few hundred kilometers south on the coast. Investors have chosen one of the top industrial mines in the city, Mr. Dahan, to serve as the founding mayor of the Green Plains. Let's get started. Well, it looks like I've encountered my first obstacle, 3 large stone heads right in the path of the new road into the city. I'd like to keep these, so I will make them the center of the city grid and build out the road network from here. This corner of the map has my external power connection and is a great spot for a sewage outlet, so I'll place that now. And I do plan to import power in the early stages of this city, so I'll be back to hook into the power here later. I'm taking a look at groundwater deposits here to figure out where to place my pumping station. I need to place it right over the blue to maximize output, and to complete the system, I'll go ahead and hook up the sewage outflow. In order to use the power coming in from the outside connection, I need to convert the high voltage power coming in to low voltage that can be hooked up to my network. For that, I'll need a transformer. I'll use a high voltage line to connect the transformer and the outside power, and I like to run all of my power underground. Now all of my services are connected to start the city, so it's time to zone some light residential and commercial and press play and see how it goes. And here are my first residents ever of the Green Plains, and of course I'm following them to their house. Meet Travis and Steve. I'm changing their last name to First to commemorate the occasion of being the first citizens of the Green Plains. And we'll be checking in on these guys later to see how things are going. And with the influx of new residents, we've hit our first milestone, Tiny Village. The first resource we'll go after is oil, so I've purchased 3 tiles towards the mountain range, and this will also be a good spot due to the wind direction to put down some industry. Well, that bit of zoning took care of my industrial demand. So I'll go back to zoning residential for now, until industrial demand comes back. I've got demand for medium density residential, and I want to focus my density around this traffic circle going around my head statues, and I'll be using a mixture of USA Northeast and USA Southwest medium density. I plan on playing around with the different region and creator packs, and I think organically I'll find a combination that defines this city. Now, before this area gets too built up, I want to carve a pedestrian path through here. I don't think this will be useful to Sims right now, but it'll be fun to find a creative way to use this pedestrian path later. We've made it to Milestone 2, Small Village. We only have 2 more milestones to go before reaching our deadline on becoming profitable. And looking at the city budget, I realize I've made a mistake in my plan to minimize expenses. I've bought 3 tiles early on to expand, and now the tile upkeep expense is 20% of my total expenses. So I've put myself a bit behind, and I'll need to be very efficient moving forward. Now, some of my Sims have started to die, of natural causes of course, so it's time to put down some death care. Right now I only have access to cemeteries, but this UK cemetery comes with a church, and I'd like to see it in the city. I'm starting to see more Sims get sick, so I think it's time to put down a clinic. And we've made it to Milestone 3, Large Village. We have 1 more milestone to go before reaching our deadline to get positive cash flow. I'm going to hold off on adding any more services and focus on light and medium residential development to generate more revenue from taxes. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do on the waterfront yet, so I'll leave some room to work with for a later waterfront project. Well, I can't help but notice that I'm profitable right now, so I'm going away from the plan again, and I'm putting down the Northeast Police Station and the Northeast Firehouse, which both look fantastic. The service upkeep on the police and firehouse have put me back negative, but I'll tighten up down the stretch and see if we can still get positive income by Milestone 4. here we are, Milestone 4 Grand Village. And even though I made some missteps, we have achieved our goal of positive cash flow. The next goal is to put down a train station, but now that we have positive cash flow, I also need to get the city's services in order. I'm going to purchase a tile further away from the city to place a much needed landfill. I didn't consider the terrain when placing this landfill down, so I'll probably have to move this later, but for now it'll get the job done. And now it's time to start our oil operations. After all, per the lore, that's why we're here, and I will be leaning heavily into industry as this city matures. I'm ready to put down a train depot. I'll need a good bit of space, so I'll purchase a new tile and get to work. Well, let's wipe it up and try again. That's much better. Not sure what I was thinking before, and I wasn't thinking at all when I plopped this train depot right on top of my precious oil. I guess this might need to move, but I'm ready to be done with this depot for now. Let's check in on the first family. Steve is happily employed at the city's pumping station, while Travis is out of town pursuing his education. They also have a new house right off of the main road into the city. Good for you guys. We'll drop back in later. Let's get back to expanding. It looks like my cemetery is struggling to keep up with the city's death rate. I've now unlocked crematoriums, and the French crematorium is my go-to. Alright, we're officially a town, be it a tiny one, and this town needs a train station. This elevation is a bit aggressive, so I'm going to move the train station over slightly. I've gone this whole time with no school, so we need to get an elementary school down. Not sure what I was going for here, but this is what I've got, and I think I'll keep it. Oh, and it looks like there's been an accident. I suppose it is hard to look away from this masterpiece. Boomtown. Let's go ahead and put down a small post office. And then I'll add some more parking, which hopefully encourages Sims to park their car and walk. Our income looks good, and we should be able to continue adding services. So it's time for a telecom tower. Oh no, an electricity bottleneck, and I see that my industrial area isn't getting enough power, and is likely the reason my network has been overloaded, as my low current network can't move power to my industrial district. So I will place a transformer station with my industry to deliver the high voltage across town. The landfill is almost full, so I'm purchasing a tile to give myself room to expand the area that I can store garbage. Hey, we're a busy town. Let's go. I'm gonna place one more landfill, just so we're good for a while on garbage. I need to place down another elementary school, and I thought about where to place it. And really, the best place to service the city is right next to the other elementary school. And now for the last big project before we wrap this up. It's time to put down tram lines. The first line will run from the train station along the waterfront to the core of the city, and then we'll double back to the train station. The second line will also originate at the train station, but will take an alternate route into town, and then swing out into the low-density grid before heading back to the train station. Now, I did make a few touch-ups around the city after placing the trams, and the city wouldn't be complete without a city hall, so I went with the French City Hall. I have a plan to incorporate it into my waterfront project, so aside from some light detailing, the city hall looks a little bare for now. But Mayor Don Juan now has a proper office to administrate from, and now here's some shots of the progress the city has made. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed it, give me a like. You want to see more? Hit me with a sub. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time.